My name is Ashna Claire and I am the little teacher of Mogappair branch. Let us learn something on operations of fractions. So, today what we will learn is what is a fraction, what are the different types of fractions, how to do addition, subtraction, multiplication and division of fractions, additive properties on fractions and multiplication properties on fractions. So, now let us say that you and your sibling want to share an apple. So, how would you do? You would cut it in half. So, what we would do is we would cut it in half, and this half is known as 1 by 2 or half of the apple. So, now we know that 1 is equal to half plus half. A fraction is also usually known as a part of whole, and it is usually written in the form of a by b, where a and b are both non-zero numbers. Now, the different types of fractions are like fractions, unlike fractions, proper fractions, improper, decimal, vulgar, unit and mixed and complex. Now, like fractions means when the denominator of two fractions are the same. For example, if I take 2 by 3 and 5 by 3, these are considered as like fractions. Next, unlike fractions means when the denominators are different. So, if I take 2 by 3 and 5 by 7, these are considered as unlike fractions. Next, we have proper fractions. Now, in a proper fraction, the numerator is always lesser than the denominator. So, if I take 5 by 12 and 7 by 15, these are considered as proper fractions. But now, if I took improper fractions where the numerator is greater than the denominator, it would be 12 by 5 and 7 by 15. Next, there are decimal fractions. So, in decimal fractions, the denominator are multiples of 10, like 10, 100,000, so on. So, I could take 15 by 100 and 2 by 10. These are considered as decimal fractions. Now, vulgar fractions means when the denominator is anything but multiples of 100. So, again I could take 5 by 12 and 7 by 15. These are vulgar fractions. Now, in a unit fraction, the numerator is 1. So, 1 by 4, 1 by 8, 1 by 12. These are all considered as unit fractions. Next, we have mixed fractions. So, in a mixed fraction, there is a whole number and a fraction together. So, if I took the whole number 2 and I added it with 1 by 4, I would get 2 by 4, which is a mixed fraction. Next, we have complex fraction. So, in complex fraction, either the numerator, the denominator, or both the numerator and denominator are fractions. So, if I took 5 by 12 and 8 by 13, these are considered as a complex fraction, while 5, 8 by 13 and 12 and 5 by 12 by 8 is also considered as complex fractions. Now, we will learn how to do addition on fractions. So, now let us take our example as 4 by 3 and 5 by 9. So, what we will do is first we will have to find the LCM of both the denominators. Now, the LCM both the denominators, which is the denominators are 3 and 9, the LCM of both of them, as we all know, is 9. So, if I took my whole denominator as 9, now I want to convert the fraction 4 by 3 into a fraction which has a denominator as 9. So, what I would do is I would multiply it with 3. Now, because we have multiplied the denominator with 3, we will have to multiply the numerator as well. So, when we do this, we will get 12 by 9. Now, the same thing if I do for 5 by 9, because the denominator is already 9, I will only have to multiply it by 1. So, now what we will do, we will add both 12 and 5 together. When we add this, we will get our answer as 17 by 9. So, this is how we add fractions. Now, on subtraction of fractions, it's the same method, except we will take it as subtraction. So, again we have 4 by 3, which can also be written as 12 by 9, and we have 5 by 9, which is written as 5 by 9. So, now I will take the whole denominator as 9, I will take 12 and I will minus 5, which means I will get my answer as 7 by 9. So next what we have are multiplication properties on fractions. So what we will have to do is we will take 4 by 3 and 5 by 9. So now to do multiplication on fractions, we will have to take, so multiplication fractions is basically the product of both the numerators divided by product of both the numerators and denominators. So if I take 4 by 3 into 5 by 9, I can take it as 4 by 5, 4 into 5 by 3 into 9. Now 4 into 5 is 20 and 3 into 9 is 27. So this is my answer. Next, if I take division, it is the same process but it's a bit different. So now what we'll have to do is I'll have to take 4 by 3 divided by 5 by 9. Now in this, what I have to do is I have to change the division sign into a multiplication sign. So 4 by 3 into, and we will reciprocate the second fraction. So 5 by 9 will become 9 by 5. Now we will continue adding this as normal, which will mean 4 into 9 by 3 into 5, and this will be equal to 36 by 15. Now you can cancel this if you want, but for this we will not, because it can be cancelled. If you want, it can also be written as 12 by 5. Next, we are doing properties of addition. So closure property basically means when we add a fraction with another fraction, you will get the fraction as the answer. And in associative property, it basically means if I take 2 by 3 plus 4 by 5 the whole plus 6 by 7, this would be the same thing as 2 by 3 plus 4 by 5 plus 6 by 7, where this is the whole. So this is what associative property means. Next, in commutative property, it basically means when I take 2 by 3 plus 4 by 5, this is equal to 4 by 5 plus 2 by 3. Next we have properties on multiplication. So again, in closure property basically means if you multiply a fraction with another fraction, we get a fraction as the answer. In associative property, if I take the same examples, 2 by 3 into 4 by 5 the whole into 6 by 7, this is equal to 2 by 3 into the whole of 4 by 5 into 6 by 7. Next, if you take commutative property, once again it's the same thing. So 2 by 3 into 4 by 5 would be equal to 4 by 5 into 2 by 3. Okay, so that's all. I hope you have all understood the lesson. I've just briefly explained. Thank you.